Yo, 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 what is going on, IK fam? BN, I'm back again today to bring y'all another quality video. And I'm excited because we're going to be giving you just a brief jumper update project rundown. Now, as always, if y'all enjoy the content, please feel free to sub, hit that thumbs up to give us a like. Of course, hit the notification bell and turn that on so you can get updates on when we have new videos coming out, which is usually weekly and sometimes on the weekends. And then, of course, in the description down below, you can find official Affinity Kingdom resources, along with if you want to join our Discord server. Now, starting at the top, this has been, in my opinion, a very fulfilling project so far. I cannot tell you the relief that I have had and that I'm used to having for the standard of projects that I enjoy putting together. There hasn't been a rush this time. We've had plenty of time to prep. At the moment, we're slowly getting closer to having almost enough leads with a good amount of officers as well, even though, of course, we're still recruiting for R6 and R5 positions, as sometimes you can almost never have enough. And with that, our numbers are looking really good right now, which I'm pretty excited for. And just briefly showing this off, right, we have at the moment, if you're just looking here on the sidebar, right, these are people that have selected that they are looking to join the group. Now, again, as I always like to say, because I think it's good to set appropriate expectations, these are soft numbers, right? Keep in mind that when people join any kind of a jump group or a project, not every single person is going to convert where they'll actually follow through on joining. I in my experience of running 4 big projects, where we've had anywhere from 500 to 800 people that we've recruited in the first 2 to 2.5 weeks, all right, we've noticed that there's usually around a 50 to 70% kind of follow through, just depending. And then, that is, and keep in mind, that's just from the people that join with you prior to your jump. That doesn't account for people that join you on the day of the jump or anytime after the jump. That's really just your prep group. Now, from the numbers, you can see we have 1, 8, 47, so I'm going to try and do some math here, which is 55. And then if we go to the people that are offline, you have 187, right? So we're at, what is that, 230, 242? So we're at 242 people right now that have said they are interested in the project. Right now, I'm estimating it's probably going to be maybe somewhere around 150, maybe 200, right? But I would say 150, 175 is probably a good ballpark for minimum. Even with that, it still doubles. It's still 2 to 2.5 times the size of the project that we had going into S8, and we've had more time to prep, actually do interviews and take applications for our R6s and R5s. I've interviewed every lead so far. I definitely feel with anytime you have more time to prep, right, there's always a more comfortable feeling going into a project, which I think is great. And we're definitely nearing that point at the moment where we are getting closer to pulling the trigger. We're now just really in kind of more of the final stages. So I think we're going through the process of, we're going to be picking our family name right now. Then we're going to start doing some officer assortment to the R6 leads. That eventually we'll do the player distribution for the members that'll be randomly assigned as well. And there's a few other things that we have coming up, along with a big server revamp that we did. And again, big shout out to my buddy No Yes, who helped me out with that. As you can see, we've already done our second town hall, which was yesterday. So far, we've been averaging about 30, 35 people that have been showing up, at least for the past 2 that we've done so far, which is still really good numbers, as we hope to continually increase that. And if you're someone who's watching this video and you're interested in joining, you are still more than welcome to. The great thing is that even though we have been preparing our jumpers right now, it doesn't mean that you can't join if you don't prep a jumper. Right, the jumpers were really just for people that wanted to join early and have had enough time to prepare those. You can still create an account. This is similarly to what we did in S8, where we didn't even do a jumper. We just waited for a server to release, and then we just all created accounts on day 1. So there is plenty of time. You can join any time that you want. I would say if you're going to join now, then and you're going to join as a pure free-to-play, the recommendation there would most likely be just to wait until we announce the server, because we are coming up where we're probably going to end up jumping here towards the end of April. So I would say anywhere from 1 to 2 weeks from now is kind of when we're most likely going to be pulling the trigger. So you can wait. Now, if you plan to spend money and you're joining, I would say over the next few days, then you are more than welcome to make a jumper. I actually think it's still really beneficial, even if you make one jump account, just because you can actually double up on redeem rewards, which is a nice little pro tip here that we ended up figuring out. So if it's something that you'd like to do, then please feel free. You can join my Discord server. Again, that link is in the description at the top below. And you can still get in on the action, like I said, regardless if you make an account now or if you wait until we announce the server and join at day 1, or even if you join a week, a day after, 2 days after, a week after, 2 weeks after, right? You are going to be able to join from now up until, I would say, even a month after we land in our new home. And of course, for players that are interested in bringing over their main accounts after we land and the server's been open for 90 days, we're also going to give players that are in our group access, or at least priority, to be able to bring over their accounts, and then of course any other contributing players in the kingdom, even if they're not within our family. So again, we're really excited right now. I think the project on an organization level is coming along really well. The recruitment team has done a fantastic job of putting our message out there. As you can see, we almost have 250 people that are already checking out the jump. This is the biggest project that has been done so far in Infinity Kingdom's lifespan, which again isn't that, I don't know how big you want to say that, because the game globally has only been released for 2.5 months. But again, I know with my enjoyment and passion for putting together projects, usually anytime I know I'm doing a project on a cycle, it tends, at least most of the time, to be the biggest, if not one of the biggest ones during that period. And so I'm happy that we're able to continue that trend here in Infinity Kingdom. And again, if anyone has any questions, like I said, man, we do weekly town halls every Tuesday for our jump group. Sometimes we'll do them another day during the week as well. Sometimes we might do them on Friday, just to kind of throw in a second option or a second meeting that we do, just because during the prep phase it's really good to try and interact and engage with as many of our players as we can. And so I think that's probably it for everything I have. Again, hoping to see some new faces. And of course, I'll be providing more updates as well on how the project is going. Once we land in the Final Kingdom, I'm going to try and actually stay on point this time and give weekly updates for how the server's developing, how things are going, right? Regardless if it's, questionable or not, or good or bad, right? Trying to give you guys, good, kind of subjective, unbiased viewpoints on how everything is playing up to that point. And that's it for me. Again, if anyone has questions, please feel free to leave those down in the comments below. Otherwise, if you decide to come and check us out, we'll see you in the server, even if you just want to take a look around and see if the project might be a good fit for you. And that's it from me. Until next time, peace!